I'm just saying, somebody offers to pay your entire wage for you doing nothing, at the very least, that's going to be tempting.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can, yeah.
But also, like, there's no actual payout yet.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened. So I don't know what they're waiting for. They're just like, oh yeah, fuck it. I'm going to go quit my job. And like, no, I might check out the line one day, see what's going on. Which I know is entirely against the point of what Terry's trying to put here. But like, no, it doesn't matter if you agree with his stance on this type of thing or not. These people are 100% lazy pieces of shit.
Yeah, they're trying to say that they are going to make more money by doing this than they would by working, so there's no point in working because they can live better by doing this.
Even though they're able and there's no, like, extra circumstances that would forbid them, or not forbid them, but prevent them from making enough. Like, everything is fine right now. They're just choosing to not do it.
Right. And I mean, I'm not going to disagree that there are people out there who are like that. Because there are.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're shitboxes. So, I mean, that is a fact.
As opposed to, like, we talked about them before, like, there are good people who also legitimately need help. And so I think, I personally think grouping everybody into this one, like, if you need help, you're a piece of shit, that's not helpful for anybody.
Yeah.
But I digress. Anyways, this is what the grandma believes, right? They tempt good people to be lazy, and lazy people won't think for themselves, so they are the vermin. The people that basically created this situation.
Yeah, the people who encourage the behavior by taking what they earn, and they take their freedoms, and then they promise it back to them, but then, I mean, as of right now, it's all empty promises, and it just breeds lazy people who will continue the cycle.
Right, but also, and again, like, this is obviously describing communism, where they take all of your shit, and you don't get any sort of say as to what they take, and so, yeah, when you get your hope crushed like that, like, I had a plan, I was going to do a thing, and then that's all taken away from you, yeah, I could see people becoming jaded and doing something like that. And I guess in short, I guess what I'm getting to is when the government fucks you like that, you want to fuck them back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's all. I'm not trying to imply, like, it's fine to be lazy. I work hard. You work hard. On top of that, we do this podcast stuff. Like, we're fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, when you get screwed in a way like that, and you don't have a say, and it's just taken, yeah, fuck those people.
Yeah.
Again, not saying that's right or good, just that would be a reaction, you know?
That could be one of well, yeah. And I mean, this is a brand new thing, apparently. It's happening here in Aiden Drill. So it's not even like this is something that has been shown over and over and over. This is like brand new shit. So Granny, I don't know where Granny came from that she knows
all of this.
Yeah. But she thinks that these people are all vermin and they all deserve a good whack.
Whack 'em.
Whack 'em.
Smack 'em. It's that old school corporal punishment. You know, talk back to Granny.
You just hit him with the hilt.
Oh, yeah, like flat swing it?
Yeah.
No, I was worried about the wooden spoon.
Mm.
And she's like a bacon and stuff. So she's got one back there.
Yeah, I know. Whenever I take out the wooden spoon for dinner, you're always like, oh.
I wince just a little bit. I'm not trying to make it sound worse than it was. I just... Fuck, man. Yeah, that's what I got. I got that goddamn wooden spoon, and I do not forget it.
It's okay. It's only for pasta now.
I'm gonna have to take a second and have a beer.
Ooh!
Which is convenient because I have one right here. Today, I have the pleasure of drinking Cottonmouth Crusher Raspberry Sour Ale.
Is it a pleasure?
It is, well, okay, I like raspberry. I like raspberry very, very much. I've said it 1,000,000 times. I will say it 5,000,000 more. It's the best fruit. There.
Wow.
Anyways, and I was like, I want to try something new. It's sour. We've been doing a lot of stouts, a lot of porters, a lot of heavier stuff. It was a little bit warmer this week, so yeah, something lighter. And I grabbed it, obviously, because of the raspberry, and I took my big first swig. No raspberry. And that's a problem.
There's like a fruit on the end.
Okay, yes, right at the very end, but overwhelmingly, the flavor I got was Miller Lite.
Yummy.
Yeah. Well, my father is a Miller man.
Yes.
I was more of a Bud Light guy, you know? But I can drink Miller. It's fine. It's nothing fancy. I don't like it, but I can drink it.
I'm not trying to laugh at people who drink
drinking.
that. I'm
no,
sorry.
hey, you like what you like. I just think for me, it's not like flavored beer. It's just regular beer. And if you're just going to drink a regular light beer, then they're all pretty much the same.
Then you might as well have rum and Coke.
Right, which I probably would. But because my dad was a Miller man, I know the smell and the taste, and it's just like, that's what I got way before the raspberry.
Yeah.
And it does show up on the end. And now that I'm probably a half a can down, it's coming out a little bit more. But
you're just getting drunker, so you care less.
That could be.
Beer's always better towards the end of it.
I like to think I can just taste the raspberry a little bit more, but who knows?
That's always my sentiment. I'm always like, this beer sucks. And then towards the end of it, I'm like, you know what? I kind of like it.
That's a good beer. You know, we should hang out more. Who are your 5 buddies?
I'm drinking Fluffer Nutter Peanut Butter Marshmallow Stout.
That sounds so nice.
Like Dr. Seuss up in here.
Say that one more time.
Fluffer Nutter Peanut Butter Marshmallow Stout. From Grand Armory Brewing. It's pretty good. When I first drank it, I got like a honey graham, graham cracker vibe. I think it's the marshmallow coming through real heavy and the peanut butter not coming through very heavy at all. But, it's okay.
So, both of them today, fine. It's fine.
They're getting drank.
I'm not even going to try and correct your grammar because I think you might have gotten it right.
In the end, I did.
We're going to drunk it. We're going to...
That's where I started. I was going to say, they're getting drunken.
They're getting drunken.
I was like, nope, that's not.
Well,
now it's here. Now it's in there. Okay, we'll be right back. And we're back. So, Richard asks Granny to forget she saw the sword, forget he's the seeker, forget all this shit. And after she agrees to do whatever he needs, he starts off again. After he starts walking, at first, he's alert. He's, trying to figure out still where this weird feeling's coming from. But real quick, the city is, super overwhelming for him, and he wishes he was back in the woods, and he misses Kaylin and his woods, and he's, lost in his thoughts, and wanders to the middle of the goddamn road because he's so in his own head.
He's not paying attention at all.
No.
He's basically daydreaming.
It's so funny to watch Richard go from being high alert to completely unaware of his surroundings like that.
Yeah, I mean, once you're on point, I feel like it would be hard to do that, but I can see becoming overwhelmed, so you just kind of let it glaze over. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but not right after you're like, oh shit, something's going on.
Yeah.
Hey, look, butterfly.
Yeah, he describes it well, because, the thought process makes sense, because he's like, oh, my woods are quiet, they aren't like this crazy shit. Oh, you know who I want to see the woods with? Kaylin. Oh, Kaylin's skin. Oh shit, a horse. So he ends up almost being trampled in the middle of the road by a troop of men on horseback, the blood of the fold, we know this, because he was distracted. The man, I'm assuming, and I'm going to be calling Galtero, because he doesn't have a name in this chapter, and I like that name. So, yeah, that's what's happening. Gal. We can just call him Gal Pal.
I don't even think you can. I think it deserves a full
Galtero.
spell out. Yes, Galtero. If that was your name, you would say it all the time.
Yeah.
Galtero.
But he gets all aggressive with him, like the prince from fucking Aladdin. The scene in my head was exactly like the prince from Aladdin, where he's like, how dare you, street rat, talk back to me, and he, tries to whip the children, and he's a piece of shit, and then Raja bites his ass, you know?
You awesome. There!
Yeah.
You have minorly inconvenienced me.
Yeah.
I shall now whip you and beat you.
My horse may have murdered you. How dare you?
It's obviously your fault.
Richard tries to apologize, but ends up being a bit flip in the end, which we know this about Richard. He's always been flip. It goes into a little bit of an explanation about why he's always been so flip, which I was confused about at first, because they talked about his size being the reason he was flip.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, wait, but don't small guys usually get flip because of their size? But then he explained that, like, they would come after him, so he would get, like, cocky back to them because of his confidence in being able to fight with them, right?
Yeah, he's a big guy, so he talks shit.
So he just makes him kind of that makes him sound kind of obnoxious to me, though.
Yeah, he's a big guy, so he talks shit. Now, okay, Napoleon complex, right? Real little guys.
Yeah.
They're trying to, like, make themselves be the big guy in the room. That's why they talk all the shit that they do. Richard is not faking it. He's just big. He's just confident. He knows he can hold his own.
Just talking shit.
So, hey, if he does rub somebody the wrong way, oh, well. But I think also what you're getting to is, like, a smaller person that can talk shit, too. Obviously, everybody does. You're the master at talking shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, it's a compliment. It's a compliment. We talked about this in the last episode. You're brilliant with your mouth, and I'm not. Especially after a few drinks, if you're like, hey, and you're going to call somebody out on some shit, you're great. But you can do that, and I feel like you do that so confidently because I'm behind you. Oh. And I'm very much larger than you. So
I think when my filter's gone, I forget what's going on around me.
That's
but that's
also
okay.
Probably true.
But it doesn't hurt to have a big guy behind me, I'm sure.
Not you. Just hurts me.
It's never hurt you. Okay, anyways. So, after Richard is a little bit flip about the keeper shaking in his boots in fear from these guys, the guy is like, oh, you know what? Maybe you're one of the keeper's minions, huh? Is he inside of you? And he starts to, like, get off of his horse because he thinks Richard has been beguiled by the keeper. So, he did the wrong thing here. I just thought it was funny because Richard very easily could have made this a non-issue if he wouldn't have ran his mouth at all. But because he did the exact thing he should not have. And the guy was like, oh yeah, motherfucker? Okay, now I'm going to pay attention to you.
Starts to call him out. Yeah. Darn it, if I wasn't so big. I always have these problems.
Well, luckily for him, two Daharans, his best friends, show up and grab him, covering his mouth and saying they've been looking for him to this Galtero guy, and he belongs to them. Richard belongs to them, and fuck this guy. He's in trouble with them. He can't have them.
Which he didn't even do anything to the Daharans.
Nope, but they're mad, apparently.
So angry. Why, though? And I mean, he's got to be surprised, too. But that's probably why they covered his mouth, so he didn't start asking questions.
To be fair, Richard murdered a lot of people in the palace that were in charge, and then he directed a bunch of dead Marizwith that he killed to be put on pikes outside of it when he's not actually in charge. And I feel like the Daharans are the enforcers of the people who were in charge, so I think they're mad at him. Like, they should be mad at him.
So they do have good reason to be upset with him. Yeah. Okay, I guess I see it now.
But Richard notices that these guys are bigger than most of the already giant Daharans. Like, these guys are not your regular run-of-the-mill big motherfuckers. They're big motherfuckers, okay?
At least 3 eyes.
Yeah. And they're wearing the armbands of Darkenral's personal guards. You know, the pointy ones that
are super fucking dangerous.
Yeah, they seem really cool and dangerous, but also, like, you gotta be really close to, like, real close to people. Like, I always try to imagine them stabbing people with them, and it's hard.
See, I thought it was just, like, they were sharp, but it was a protrusion going on the outside, right? So if you got somebody in, like, it is a spike. That's right. I remember that. Okay, then what I was picturing was wrong. I was thinking it was like a sharp ring going around the outside, so that if you choked somebody out, then that would be sticking
Oh, that would
a spike, but like a long spike, like a wedge almost. But you